welcome back to my channel, Natural Soul Care. So for the last video, we looked at what we can do consistently to maintain a relationship with God, or should I say fellowship with God. So today we'll be looking at what we can do consistently in order for us to take good care of our hair. So remember, I spoke in one of our videos that it is important that we have a hair regimen. So for today's video will be for both males and female, natural and relaxed hair, because I know that some of you guys are trying to grow out your hair, especially right now in this quarantine time. You know, your hair has already grown out, and I know that some of you are planning to let it stay that way, but don't fret, your girl got you. So one thing I must say is that my products that I use in my hair varies. However, my regimen is consistent to the T. You could be using the most magical growth oil in the world, taking your pills that should aid in hair growth, but if you don't have a consistent hair routine, you're not going to see the growth that you would like to see. Because remember, healthy hair equal long hair, or healthy hair equals to growth. So today we'll be looking at how we can create such routine. So the first thing that we'll be looking at is pre-poo. So this is the first step in your hair routine on wash day, guys. I have been guilty in not doing pre-poo consistently, but please don't be like me. Please be consistent with pre-poo. This is like before your shampoo. That's why it's called pre-poo. What the pre-poo does is to protect your hair. So it helps to detangle your hair before washing. Shampoo do not detangle your hair. So it's important for you to ensure that your hair is detangled before washing, because you don't want to have a bad wash day with your hairs in so much tangles, right? Tangles cause breakage. Breakage equal no growth. So it's important for us to use a pre-poo. Also, it protects your hair because shampoo can be a little bit stripping. So pre-poo, what pre-poo does is to protect your hair from the harshness of the shampoo. So example of pre-poo are aloe vera. So you can use your aloe vera gel, or you can use any regular conditioner. You can get a cheap conditioner to say to yourself that this is going to be my pre-poo. You can use oils, so you can do like a hot oil treatment slash pre-poo. So overnight you could apply your olive oil, your coconut oil on your hair, and so in the morning you just get ready for wash day, or on the day you can go ahead and apply your oils. Let it sit for an hour or so or less, and that's your pre-poo. For men who are just starting out and growing their hair, so you can skip this part because you're not going to really need a pre-poo at this moment, because your hair is not going to have so much tangles. So men can skip this part. For relaxed hair, you can definitely skip this part as well, because as I said earlier, it helps with detangling and so forth. But if your hair, if you have relaxed hair and you have very dry relaxed hair, I would suggest that you do this pre-poo. After pre-poo, I want to talk about detangling, which is very important on our wash day. I know for my relaxed girls, you can always use this comb, and it doesn't cause an issue for you guys. But natural, this is our enemy. You can always use this part to part your hair, as of course, and if you're combing your hair after you have detangled it, and if you're half straightened your hair, then of course you can use this comb. But this right here is our bestie. So this is a Y2 comb that I will encourage all natural to have to detangle your hair. They also have a lot of different brushes that persons can use to detangle their hair. For example, I have this like this tangle teaser right here that you can use to detangle your hair. So this kind of speed up the process a little bit more, but you have to be careful. Remember, for naturalistas, you have to start from the end of your hair and to make your way up to the top, right? So start from the ends. I know when growing up my mom did not know that. She will just comb all the way from the roots, but if you start from the roots, by the time you reach the ends will break off. So ends of your hair are the most fragile, so you want to start from the ends, just taking your time, making your way up to the top, and there you go. So I know that a lot of person dread this part, to detangle their hair, but I will say to you guys, two options. So on wash day you can either detangle in the shower under running water, because guess what, for your kinky hair, the water elongates it. So that's what you want. You want it to be straight in a sense, so that you can gently detangle. So you can detangle your hair under running water, or you can have your spray bottle, spray your hair with water to help to detangle it. Ensure that you have like a conditioner. Always detangle your hair when it's moist. Do not detangle dry hair. So you can detangle either during your pre-poo. For me, I like to detangle with my fingers at first, and then when I'm applying my leave-in, then I will use a comb. But during the wash process, me personally, I like to use my fingers to detangle. You have a lot of persons who just use their fingers to detangle. If you don't have that type of patience, I will say go with your wide tooth comb or your detangling brush. So for my men who have the short hair, you guys are, you know, have this lock, because it's going to be easy for you to just definitely to just detangle your hair. So after we have done with our pre-pooing process, we have finished talking about detangling. Now we go over to cleansing our hair, which is very important. Healthy scalp equal growth, because of course your hair going to need a healthy scalp to survive. Definitely do not skip this process. It's very important for us to cleanse our hair. For me personally, I cleanse my hair every week or bi-weekly. So sometimes I will try to push until you know, the second week before I wash my hair. So for you guys, based on your schedule, you can say, okay, I'm going to cleanse every week or bi-weekly, and ensure you stick with whatever you decide. Ensure that you stick with it. Well, if you want to cleanse your hair once a month, that's up to you. As I said before, you have to know your hair. For me, I cannot survive that because I have dry scalp, so you have to know your hair. But I suggest weekly or bi-weekly. Of course, if you're in a protective style, then wash day will definitely be pushed. Ensure that even in your protective style, you're still taking care of your scalp. Okay, so for my naturalista, remember that we have natural hair. Our hair easily become dry, so I would suggest for us to use a moisturizing shampoo, which is a sulfate free shampoo, to cleanse our hair. For example, I have this shampoo right here, which is a moisturizing shampoo. I recently got this from Sunny Isles. Thank you guys so much for that giveaway. So yes guys, if you know me, you know that I am that person who always enter all the giveaways on Instagram. A lot of times it doesn't work out in my favor, but the few times that it does, I am very grateful. Thank God for these giveaways, because your girl didn't have a shampoo last week. Even after when you saw even the video that I did, the DIY deep conditioner video, I did not have a deep conditioner. That's why I was really doing that DIY. So anyways, back to regular programming. Try to clarify your hair at least once a month. So if you decide to wash your hair every week, so for the 3 times in the month that you're going to wash your hair, you will use your moisturizing shampoo, but ensure that you go in with your clarifying shampoo for the month. So for me, because I have dry scalp, my clarifying shampoo is a Head and Shoulder shampoo, because it has sulfate in it. It's a cold wash right here. So we also have cold wash that you can use. The cold wash, what it does, you can use it instead of a shampoo. But for me, so if you decide to just use cold wash to wash your hair, it's like basically using conditioner to wash your hair, but some company has you know, give it some kind of a clarifying kind of property. So if you're going to use cold wash, I would suggest clarifying your hair at least once a month as well, so that you can just give your hair a fresh nice start from the products and all of these things. For the males, I would suggest you can invest in a cold wash. You can use it to wash your hair, because I know that sometimes some of you guys wash your hair more than once per week. So if that's you, then I would say use the cold wash the second time that you wash your hair for the week. You can also use the cold wash, especially if you just want to maintain low hair. I would suggest you can just invest in a cold wash. You can use the cold wash 3 times for the month, and then just use a regular shampoo once a month. So now I'm going to move on to conditioning the hair. So for me personally, sometimes I do just keep the conditioner and just go straight with my deep conditioner. For males who are not growing their hair, I would suggest you use your conditioner after shampooing, and then you're good to go. So after the shampoo strip your hair and everything, the conditioner put that moisture back into your hair so that you can easily detangle your hair. So what is very important in this step is to deep condition your hair. And I'm also talking to the relaxed girls as well, because when I was relaxed I used to deep condition my hair. So the thing about the deep conditioning of your hair is that you want to create a balance. So you want to have a moisturizing deep conditioner and a protein deep conditioner. So for us as naturals, both male and female, would want to use the moisturizing conditioner more, and then use a protein treatment every 6 weeks. Some persons, probably if they wash your hair 4 times for the month, they will use their moisturizing deep conditioner 3 times, and then their protein treatment the other time. For me, I must say that I'm not very consistent with my protein treatment. I sometimes do protein treatment when I realize that my hair need a protein treatment. So 3 signs that you can look for is that your hair is breaking, realize that your curl patterns are weird, it's not acting right, your hair feel flimsy, brittle, sticky, and all of these things. Those are signs that you can look out for to know that your hair need a protein treatment. Relaxed ladies, you mostly need the protein treatment more than the moisturizing treatment. So you guys can create a balance. So if you wash your hair 4 times for the week, you can do moisture, protein, because actually when you relax your hair, the relaxer kind of robs your hair from the protein, from some of the protein, so it can become straight. So you will need to do protein treatments. So this is the deep conditioner that I have. So you have to deep condition with heat. As I said before in one of my previous videos, is that you need the heat to penetrate. So okay, before I talk about that, I want to make something clear. With regular conditioners, right, they are not formulated with all the properties that will make it penetrate your hair. It doesn't really penetrates your hair just like how the deep conditioner penetrates your hair. So it's not like you're going to say, okay, I'm going to use my regular conditioner as a deep conditioner. No, baby, unless you're going to add other stuff to it. So you can use a regular conditioner, then you add like some honey, some coconut milk, or some other stuff to it, but you cannot use a regular conditioner alone on your hair. It's not formulated as a deep conditioner. The deep conditioners are formulated to penetrate your hair once heat is added. So you're going to add heat by putting a steam cap over your hair, then you can just use your body heat to penetrate it. So some persons like to sleep overnight in their deep condition, or on wash day you can put it on, do your little chores for 45 minutes to 30 minutes. But if you have a blow dryer, for example, I have a hooded dryer right here. So what I do is to just put on my steam cap and then just put on my hooded dryer. So you attach a blow dryer to this part right here, and just put it over here. Some persons have like what is called a hot head, so they just warm it up in the microwave and then just put it over their steam cap. So you can invest in one of those as well, or you can just put it over your head, go outside, do some washing, some gardening, let the natural sunlight just penetrate. Yes, remember I said that we have different hair type, right? So for those who have low porosity, you have to use heat to deep condition your hair. Is very important because our hair doesn't easily absorb products, so we need all the heat that we can get to penetrate your hair, because remember that we need our hair cuticle to open up so that the deep condition, all those lovely nutrients can penetrate deep in our hair shaft, right? For men who are not growing your hair, you can definitely skip this part. So but for those who are growing their hair, do not skip this part. We're going on over to moisturizing, which is a very important in your hair regimen. Remember I spoke about using the LCO method or the LOC method in moisturizing your hair. So you're going to moisturize your hair right after you deep condition and you wash out your hair. You're going to moisturize your hair. For those who wash their hair bi-weekly, ensure that you moisturize after 1 week. But if you have a powerful combo that keeps your hair moisturized for 2 weeks, then you're good to go. But for me, I know that if I'm going to wash my hair bi-weekly, I have to moisturize at the end of the first week. Some persons may moisturize even after the third day, after the last wash day. But ensure that you keep your hair moisturized, because moisturized hair equal healthy hair grows. Relax hair, ensure that you moisturize your hair. You may not go to the extreme miles like us as natural hair have to go through because of the kinkiness of our hair, but ensure that you, after you finish washing your hair, you use a leave-in conditioner, or you can just probably end with an oil. Because when I used to be relaxed, I just use, after I finish washing my hair, I'll just go in with a leave-in, and then I'll just tap it off with an oil and I'm good to go. And then I'll just put in, or just go in with a setting lotion. So I would probably go in with a setting lotion that is like a leave-in and a setter in one, and just set my hair, put in some oils after I'm done, and go. So ensure that you're taking care of your hair, because I know that with some relaxed people, you know, wash your hair till you go back and relax your hair again. That's not going to work out. And try to keep your hair moisturized. I know that sometimes we always use a lot of gels and so forth, but ensure that your hair is moisturized. I used to have like a hair moisturizer when I was relaxed, so I just moisturize my hair like in the week if it feels dry and so forth. So when you're re-moisturizing your hair during the week, try to use your finger naturals. Please use your fingers. Try to use comb or brushes only on wash day, and just try to use your fingers. Try not to go into your hair all the time during the week. For example, you can get a refresher spray. So this is like a refresher spray. You can use to refresh your hair during the week, so you can just spray it on your hair, add the oil, and you're good to go. So try not to use a comb in your hair during the week. So remember that we spoke about the LCO method and the LOC method, right? So for me, I use a leave-in right after I finish deep conditioning. I'll use a leave-in. Then after my leave-in, I will go with my oil, which is the O, so the L, the O, and then I will go in with my cream. So LOC, lock method. Also, you can decide to just use the water. So after deep conditioning, you just add some water, which is your L. Then you can add your leave-in, which is your cream, and then your oil at the end, which is your O. So you can decide to use water as leave-in. You don't have to go in with a leave-in, an oil, and a cream. So you have to know your hair. Low porosity hair, we easily have builds up. So you have to try what works for you. I have low porosity hair, but I realized that both method work for me. So for my males, you can just use water as your leave-in, this leave-in conditioner as your cream, and then just a regular oil of your choice. So as I said before, guys, my products are inconsistent. As you can see, I'm just using different products right here. For me, whenever I see a sale, I just buy. And we have Jamaican's own products as well that you guys can also invest into. I have used Jamaican's brand as well. So just look what works for you, look what your hair like, because for some persons their hair doesn't like coconut oil. So when you're going to buy your products, ensure that it doesn't have coconut oil in it. For me, I realized that my hair loves shea butter, so once I'm reading the ingredients and there's shea butter in it, your girl is running for it. So we're almost at the end, so we're going to just look at protective style. So after you're finished washing your hair, you deep condition, you moisturize, then you're going to want to use a low manipulation style that will last you for the week. So when I say low manipulation, it's not because you're not going to manipulate your hair too much, and you're not going to cause any strain on your scalp or your edges. Guys, please remember to take care of your edges. For the males, you guys can just use like twist, like you can just twist your hair after wash day, after you finish moisturizing. You can twist, or you can braid it up, or in other terms we call it plait it up. So you can do that. For females, you can do like you can twist your hair when you need to have a nice twist out to go to work the next day or to school the next day, or you can braid up your hair and have a nice braid up for the week. So try to use low manipulation style. Ensure that your hair are not touching your clothes at all times, because this causes breakage as well. But ensure that you're not manipulating your hair too much. Also, try to stretch your hair to reduce single strand knots. For my naturalistas, try to stretch your hair. So like twist outs and braids, as I mentioned, are a very good method of stretching your hair so that you don't have a lot of single strand knots. Even though our hair is prone to that, we're going to get it, but try to reduce it as much as possible. So you can also do your long-term protective styles as well, because protective styles grow your hair, but ensuring that you're taking care of your scalp while you are protecting your hair in a protective style. Ensure that you probably put some leave-in conditioner in a spray bottle, spray it on your hair, use some oil and moisturize that, you're good to go. So now we're going to talk about trimming your ends. So as I spoke about in previous videos, that you have to have trimming in your hair routine. You can choose to trim your ends 3 times for the year, as often that your hair needs to be trimmed. So if you realize that you do a twist out and taking it down and it's hard to pull apart, then you know that your hair needs a good trim. Split ends, a lot of single strand knots, you know that your hair need a nice trim. So ensure that you're on top of your trimming. As I said before, you can dust your ends. I like to dust my ends. I probably do it like once every month. Twist my hair and I just look at the ends and I just probably take a little. This is different from trimming. And then I will get a professional trim once for the year, or twice for the year. So for my men, definitely get a nice trim. You can get a nice friend to just trim your hair for you if you can't do so. I know for the relaxed girls, you guys always get trims whenever you relax your hair, so I know that you're good on that. So the last thing that I want to speak about is protecting your hair at night. Guys, you have to protect your hair. Even though it's quarantine, some of you are home, whether you're going to lie down in the sofa, ensure that you're protecting your hair. So for the men, you can use a silk do-rag. For girls, you can use this. For the females, ensuring that it's silk. Same for relaxers. And you can also use a satin bonnet or a silk bonnet. Ensure that this is like a low quality one. You have persons who are selling silk bonnets. I really need to get a really good one, because sometimes I realize that on my pillowcase I will see like oil just the same. So this is not so much good, but it does the job. The inner layer of it is smooth, so what it does is to protect your hair, reduce friction, which prevents breakage, keeps your hair moisturized. If you're not a bonnet person, you can definitely get a silk pillowcase that will do the job just fine. But ensure that if you're in the sofa as well and you're going to lie down and watch a movie, ensure that your bonnet is also on, because the sofa can dry your hair out. So what happens is that other materials like cotton dry or hair out, and you know that dry hair equal breakage, breakage equal no growth. So during wash day as well, so when you're going to dry your hair, do not use a towel, use a cotton material. Ironic, I'm saying cotton material. No, the towel, the fibers that is on it is kind of a little bit rough and it can break your hair, so you want to use a cotton material to dry your hair. I want to mention that you can also oil your scalp. For some people, they don't like to oil their scalps produce its natural oil. So for some persons, your scalp may be producing more than it should be, so you don't oil your scalp. But for some of us, our scalp are dry, so I would suggest oiling your scalp, and you can use your favorite growth oil to do so, or you can just get some castor oil to do so. For me, I used to use castor oil, but I recently invest in this growth oil right here that I use just to oil my scalp, and then I just give my hair a nice massage, ensuring that you're massaging your scalp. That's also aids in hair growth. And the last thing I want to mention, reducing the amount of heat that you use in your hair. So I use this as my blow dryer. However, I do not use it often, especially for naturalistas. Do not use blow dryers in your hair often, because this can cause heat damage to your curls. For relaxed hair, you can definitely use it, but use it don't use it too much as well, because it also can damage your hair. For some persons, they use blow dryer after every wash day. If you're going to do so, I suggest use it on low setting, and always use a heat protectant always use a heat protectant when you're going to use a blow dryer. That's it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you actually build your hair regimen. I gave you tons of ideas. If you want to see growth in your hair, you have to have a consistent regimen. So if you have any questions, anything that you want me to expound on, then you can definitely leave it down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Help me to reach 300 subscribers by sharing this with your friends and family, inviting them over. So guys, thank you so much. I hope you're staying safe and sanitized. Bye.